Alrighty, guys. So this is part two of the chapter five dual week that we've been doing. So the first week was on the language myths, and so now today we are not well. This week we are now talking about syntax. Now syntax is basically the how sentences and other phrases can be constructed out of smaller phrases and or words. So when I was reading a lot of the examples, because the next one that I was talking about was like linguistic expressions, more specifically the ungrammatical portions of it, which was the first chapter, in order to delineate between bad ideas and good ideas of syntax, and a lot of it was to do with patterns, and the way that substitution and all of that type of good stuff there, the subject and the object. It was getting really into the rules and the rules and all of that to do with grammar. It was getting to do with the with different types of grammar, specifically English, obviously, but it was mostly a deconstruction of that and being able to see it. So when I was reading this chapter, I actually had some, not thoughts, but I was thinking a lot back to my English grammar class and my Russian class, because in my English grammar class, all it is about the deconstruction of what is a noun, verb phrases, and all that type of stuff. And that's essentially what a bunch of this is when it comes to linguistic formation and word order. Um, so I thought that was very interesting. The way that a lot of this was worded, a lot of the patterns, it reminded me a lot of Russian too, because just like how we are going through the course of linguistics, and how some words sound and all this and that. Um, there was a actually not Russian, but there was a class I took, and it was a psychology class, and he moved a bunch of letters around. Well, yeah, he like made them like all like messed up, like the R was a backwards R and all that type, and the class was able to read it like precisely, and he was able to read it well, and it was due to the idea of patterns and the fact that we recognize patterns, and the way that everything is structured and formed, that we were able to that's why we're able to read um, certain types of words in all of that. Um, and so I mean, that is essentially a lot of it. But yeah, those are some stuff that I took in that application and all.